How's it going, Internet? It is me again, coming to you another year older, but you guys don't care. Um, hate society more than ever. It's a disgraceful time period we live in, full of unsavory characters, to say the least. I'm supposed to be thankful for being alive and all of that. I'm supposed to be thankful for being alive. I am supposed to be happy that I am alive and that I am getting older. But in reality, the unfortunate truth is that I am not developing bonds or connections. So, in reality, me getting older just means the only people that I love and care about are getting older before my eyes. I'm not forming any new relationships or bonds with people. I haven't met a woman. I mean, I've been in relationships with women, obviously. Um, I was in a serious relationship a couple of years ago or whatever, but um, obviously that didn't last, and I don't have friends anymore. So, the only people that I love and care about are getting older in front of me, and sucks. Getting older sucks. Um, so, you're supposed to be happy that you're getting older or whatever because it means that you're living a long and full life or whatever. That's what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to mean that you're living a long and happy life, but if you don't have a lot going on in your life aside from work, getting older just means that you're getting older and that you're slaving away just to make ends meet, and your loved ones are getting older in front of you, this, that, and the other. So a cat just ran by. It was funny. It was like an actual house cat. I don't think it was like a pole cat or anything, but yeah, getting older sucks. It is terrible to not really to not really have any friends or social connections, and then you know not a good time. Getting older is not a good time. But for any of you who doubt that getting older is not a good time, um, just stick around and keep existing, and then you too will see that getting older is not a good time. Um, and I mean, it's not even like I haven't had the opportunity to maintain friendships, make friendships. It's like people are unsavory and untrustworthy on top of it. And, that makes it to where you can't form any long-term friendships or long-term bonds or anything like that. Um, so it's like, what do you do? It would be one thing if it'd be one thing if it was easy to make enough money to survive, but it's not easy to make enough money to survive. Would be easy if I had like a wife or trustworthy friends or something, so that way could like, you know, rent an apartment or something uh with like several people, split bills or whatever. Or if I had a wife, I would have a wife that I could split bills with. But no, everyone is untrustworthy and sucks. So it's like, you know, because that's what I had to do to survive when I was like 18 to like 20 something. I had to like make friends so I could afford a room, like literally a room, a bedroom. So I had to make friends so I could afford a bedroom. Sometimes I had to pay to sleep on a couch, but it's like it's not even easy to make friends anymore. So, and all of those people were untrustworthy. So it's like, you know, the only people I have left are the only people who ever actually gave a shit about me, which is like my family. So fucking, you know, you just put it all together and it's a bad time. Like people are more untrustworthy than ever. It's like harder than ever to fucking meet people. And then like, you need people to fucking survive. Cause it's fucking impossible to fucking live here unless you fucking really have your shit figured out financially. And then it's all shitty. It's all fucking shitty. Fucking living in squalor. I'm allegedly supposed to be happy. Supposed to be happy about the fact that I live in squalor. It's like what is there to be content with? It's almost as if I'm like living on borrowed time. You know, either my life is going to become incredibly tumultuous at one point, or I'm going to get lucky. And I highly doubt that I'm going to get lucky, because it's not like women are like throwing themselves on me or anything. It's like, yeah, I socialize with women in public every now and then that I don't know, but it's like, um, my like me running into female coworkers is like few and far between. And then if I run into a female coworker, running into a single female coworker isn't easy either. It's like the last relationship that I had stemmed from me meeting a female coworker that was single. And like at that point I was so used to being around women that weren't single that I didn't even realize that she wanted to have sex with me until she verbally told me that she wanted to have sex with me. So that's how used I am to women not being interested in me. I'm so used to women not being interested in me that the last woman that I was in a relationship with had to tell me that she wanted to have sex with me because I didn't even realize that she wanted to have sex with me. So, like, that's how um, conditioned I am to, like, being alone and having women not be interested in me, is that, like, the last woman I had sex with had to verbally tell me that she wanted to have sex with me before we had sex. So that is how used I am to, like, women not being interested in me. Is that, like, women have to tell me now because I can't even tell if they want to have sex with me or if they're just being polite um, and, like, sociable. So that's how much society sucks. But yeah, it's not a good time. Not a good time. And, like, the odds of me running into another single woman at work that is sexually interested in me and willing to date me is, like, slim. I mean, I switch jobs a lot, but, like, you know, that's how not easy it is to meet people, is really what I'm getting at. It's not easy to meet people. It's not easy to trust people. I've, like, destroyed every fucking friendship that I've had. Like, I mean, not all of them were my fault. Not all of them were my fault. And some of those friendships could have been, you know, on thin ice in general before I was just like, fuck it. Not all of it was my fault. Not all of the friendships that have stopped existing in my life were my fault, and not all of them were good people. And some of them, it was a good thing that I stopped being friends with them. But with that being said, that doesn't make it any better to be friendless. It doesn't make it better to be friendless. And yeah, like I said, people are untrustworthy. People will blow smoke up your ass about how they're your friend and all that just so they can fucking steal from you. I mean, that's a tale as old as time. But, you know, when it's someone that you're supposed to be able to trust for more reason aside from the fact that they claim they're your friend, it makes it even shittier to have someone stab you in the back after blowing smoke up your ass for hours and hours and hours about how they're your friend. Fucking, and that's basically the same amount of oh my god, dude. So Number one, America is a continent, not a country. Number two, I'm only acknowledging this because that is such a stupid fucking statement that I don't even know where to begin. But number one, America's a fucking continent, all right? America is a continent. If not one, if it's not one continent, it's several continents. I argue that it's a continent, that there's an argument as to whether there's a difference between North and South America. It is definitely several continents if it's not one. Okay. Number two, the First Amendment. All right. The First Amendment protects you from government persecution. Then it's two continents, not one. And it's you, so you know that it's not a country, and you still walk around saying it's a country when it's continents. Okay? Like, people like you are why people used to walk around the United States saying that Africa is a country and not a continent. Okay? That's the same thing. That's the same thing as what you're doing now by saying America when you're talking about the United States. Okay, North America is several continents. If it's not one, I argue that it's one continent. Then why are you saying, okay, so what race is an American? What what race what race is an American if America isn't several continents and one country? What race is an American if America isn't several continents and is in fact one country? Or is America in fact several continents and not one country? Because, like, why are you referring to the United States as America when it's a country within the several continental region of the like, what do you mean, what? Okay, how is this semantics? How is this semantics? Explain to me how this is semantics. You're just incorrect. Why can you not acknowledge that you're just incorrect? It's not that hard to just say you're incorrect. And that like, why are you refusing to acknowledge that you're incorrect by referring to the United States as America? And how is what I'm saying semantics? How, no, I wasn't incorrect. I corrected you. I was correcting you, and I was giving many reasons why you were incorrect and many reasons why it's comical that you're incorrect. And you were just trying to you were actually engaging in semantics. You were projecting there. You were engaging in semantics instead of acknowledging that you were incorrect. You were trying to be like, well, you're stupid because of this reason. Well, you're stupid because of this reason. Like, you were calling me an uneducated American when it's incorrect. Like, when there were falsehoods in what you were saying in that sentence alone. There were comically incorrect things in the sentence, I'm not an American, so I'm educated, when America is not a country. America is several continents. No, I didn't. I said America's several continents. Well, actually, I did say America's a continent, but you said America's a country. So that is like vastly more incorrect than me saying America is one continent. And you can actually argue that America is one continent with two regions. Okay, like it's actually easier to be like, It's literally, in my opinion, easier to say that North and South America is like a concept that like non-scholarly people came up with. That's like I can't I don't I'm fucking tired of shit. So, and this conversation is boring the hell out of me. But I would say that North and South America is the false, like, non-scholarly way to go about it. And then, like, fucking colloquial terms, that's like, I would say that North and South is like the colloquial, non-scholarly way to go about it. And that saying that America is one continent makes more sense because it's all connected by land. I know. No, you were being dumb and snarky, and you were being incorrect on top of it. You were being dumb, snarky, and incorrect on top of it. And I corrected you, and you were insulting, you were like literally belittling uh my people. You were belittling, okay, let me scroll up so I'm not being incorrect. You were coming in here, you were throwing like a dismissive fucking, oh my god, a dismissive fucking buzzword esque, like, annoying thing that everyone does when you're making valid, when you're airing valid grievances about the United States and society. You came in here and you were one of those. You were one of those. You're like, where are you moving to? Where are you moving to then if it's so bad here? Which is like, it's almost damn near victim blaming mentality, because like, you're like dismissing the fact that I'm suffering and that I'm living in like fucking situations that weren't created by me. Like, I'm suffering as a result of decisions that were not made by me, that were not made by my people. Like, I am suffering from because of shit that is beyond my control. And then you come in here and you're like, what, you throw this commonly used fucking ism at me, like, well, where are you moving to then? And then you refer to my country as America when the United States is not the several continent region that you are referring to when you say America. When you say America, you're referring to the several continents, not the country, the United States. And then you started trying to just call me stupid, and you started trying to call my people stupid instead of admitting that you were wrong. And then you were still doing the incorrect thing that you did to begin with on top of it when you came here and threw a fucking buzzword ism at me, saying the where are you moving to if you where are you moving to if you hate it here, if it's so bad here, as if I should move out, as if I should move out because this country is fucked up. Like, like like, bro, like, I hate people like you, Tomcat. I just literally, I hate people like you so much, Tomcat. And I could be here all night explaining why I hate people like you, but like, you wouldn't even get it. You wouldn't even get it if I sat here all night explaining why I hate people like you. It's like not even worth summoning the words to make it make sense to you. Like, I know I can make it make sense to you if I sat here and repeated it in enough ways. Like, I know I can make it make sense to you if I sat here and repeated it to you in enough ways, but it's not even worth making it make sense to you. It's just not even worth making it make sense to you. Like, you know you're incorrect. I know you know you're incorrect. Like, I know you know you're incorrect. Like, I just know you're incorrect, but it's not even worth summoning the words to make it make sense to you. I know I could make it make sense to you. It's not even worth the breath. It's not even worth the breath to make it make sense to you. Shut up. Get out of here. What? Like, why do you even bother talking? Oh my god, dude, just get out of here. Like, why do you? Like, I'm I'm willing to let some of you talk right now, but like if you know that you're like a criminal Discord P diddler, like fucking literally your username is Devil Boy, and shocker, you're literally a Discord satanic P diddler. Like, you know you're not welcome here, dude. Like, you know you're a criminal delinquent satanic P diddler Discord user. You know you're a literal PDF satanic Discord user, and like you have the nerve to come in here. Like, I'm willing to let some of you talk, but if you're a literal criminal, if you're a literal criminal actively committing crimes on Discord, do not come into my chat. I don't want you here. Okay? I don't want the fucking I don't want the weird ass fucking shit you bring around here. Like, fuck off. Why would you think that you would be welcome here when you're a literal criminal? Like, why would you think that you're welcome to talk in my chat when you're a literal criminal? Like, why would I want to fuck with you? Like, get out of here, literal criminal. I don't care. You say incorrect shit all the time. You say incorrect shit all the time. It's the United States. It's not America. It's the United States. It's not America. That would be like calling China Asia. Okay? That would be like expecting me to know that you're talking about China when you're saying Asia. Okay, that's how dumb you saying America when you're referring to the United States is. That would be like me saying Asia and expecting you to know that I'm talking about China. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say Britain from now on and expect you to know that I'm talking about Northern Ireland. Deal? Deal? If you want to say America and expect me to know that you're talking about the United States, I want you to know that I'm talking about Northern Ireland every time I say Britain. Deal? Deal? Does that make sense to you? All right, get out of here, satanic Discord user. Get out of here, literal criminal. If I'm aware that you're an actual criminal committing crimes via the internet, why on what earth would I let you talk in my chat? If I'm literally aware that you actively commit crimes via the internet, why the fuck would I let you talk in my chat? No, I'm gonna say Britain, and I want you to know that I mean Northern Ireland, the same way that you come here and say America and expect me to know that you're talking about the United States. Deal? If you want to say America and expect me to know that you're talking about the United States, I'm gonna expect you to know that I'm talking about Northern Ireland every time I say Britain. Deal? All right. Are we on the same page yet? It seems like we're on the same page. It seems like oh, here we go. All right. So on top of that, I want you to I expect you to know that I am talking about the Congo, specifically the Congo, or, well, no, here, let's make it easier. I want you to know that I'm talking about Egypt specifically every time I say Africa. Every time I say Africa, I expect you to know that I am specifically referring to the country Egypt, and only the country Egypt, but I'm going to call it Africa every single time. But I'm only talking specifically about the country Egypt. But I expect you to know it every time I say the word Africa. Does that make sense to you yet? How ridiculous it is that you expect me to know that you're talking about the United States specifically every time you say America? This is why I don't like people. This is why I don't like people. Because all they do, all they do is just bother me. All they, all they do is just bother me. They just bother me and steal from me and threaten me, try to control me, and just be annoying and incorrect. This is why I don't like people. Like every time I have an interaction with a person, I feel vindicated in my beliefs after. Every time I interact with people, I just feel vindicated in my beliefs about people. They just give me confirmation bias with their fucking behavior. I literally just have confirmation bias. Like, it's a vicious cycle. Every time I interact with people, they just unintentionally vindicate my beliefs about them. It's a fucking vicious cycle. It's a never ending cycle. It's literally like that meme where it's the flow chart where it's like meet people, fucking have negative interaction, feel vindicated in beliefs. Meet people, have negative interaction, feel vindicated in beliefs. That's the flow chart of my life. My life is literally the flow chart meme. Well, I guess I gotta put music on because it appears that the chatters have left the building, and I am annoyed because I had to talk to fucking British people, and I hate talking to British people because they fucking suck. Met British person, day ruined. Yeah, well, fuck you.
Finding you. The 911 assist is set to off.
Thanks, car.